It's important to understand that if you love Capital One, as we do, and you're looking for a Capital One business credit card, you need to have the right strategy. Simply because Capital One has a constellation of business credit cards, and you need to be clear about the credit card the one that you want, and so you can apply for it, and you can even get it with EIN only, if possible. Okay, so in today's conversation, I want to give you a few hacks, a few tips, so you can really optimize your Capital One business credit card application, and if approved, usage also. So number one, before you do anything, I want you to choose your Capital One business credit card. This is so important because Capital One is known for its rewards credit cards. They do have cashback business credit cards. They have travel rewards credit cards. So you have a lot of different types of business credit. You even have a corporate charge cards through Capital One. In other words, you are basically have to pay the balance in full every single month. Okay, so be very clear about what you really want. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We love to have this types of conversation every now and then. And in today's conversation, Capital One is really a great provider. I want to first acquaint you with the Capital One Spark Miles for Business. So if you want to choose the right Capital One business credit card for you, you might want to take a look at the Capital One Spark Miles for Business. It's a wonderful business credit card. Okay, the APR is kind of high though. It's like 25.74%, and there's an annual fee that is waived the first year, and the second year is $95, and going forward. And so there is a bonus offer on this card that's 50,000 miles. Okay. So this card, you really want to go after this card if you are looking for a travel rewards business credit card. Simple as that. A travel rewards business credit cards. Okay. So basically so you can use the card for a lot of things. And the thing here is that you actually have an initial bonus that is worth $500 in travel, which if you're a new cardholder, you can earn by spending $4,500 within 3 months of opening an account. Okay, so here are the pros and cons of this card. Pros: you have a high rewards rate, 50,000 miles initial rewards bonus, no membership fees for the first year, no foreign fees. What about the cons here? Membership fees in the second and subsequent years. Okay, you have no intro APR on purchases, no intro APR on balance transfers, and this card may sometimes require good to excellent credit. So this is the card that you really want to get if you want a travel rewards credit card. Nothing when it comes to cashback or balance transfer. No, just try Capital One business credit card. I want to acquaint you with is the Capital One Spark Cash Select for good credit. As the name implies, you got to have good credit for this credit card. In some rare cases, you might qualify for this credit card if you have fair credit, but you do have a strong relationship with Capital One. Okay, so this card has like a 0% APR for purchases for 12 months, not balance transfers, just purchases. Okay, but after that, the APR goes from a 20.74% to 28.74%. Okay, and one thing I need to say here is that this is a card for small business owners who have a good credit score and want to earn rewards long term, but have some big ticket purchases to finance in the short term. Okay, so so because you have this introductory 0% APR for 12 months, and on top of that, you have so the card actually rewards you with a 1.5 to 5% cashback on purchases, and the card has no annual fee, so it's just fantastic. So the thing here is that, let me give you the details here. You can earn unlimited 1.5% cashback for your business on every purchase everywhere with no limits or category restrictions. You can earn unlimited 5% cashback on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. Rewards do not expire for the life of the account, and you can redeem your cashback rewards for any amount. And you also have free employee cards, which also earn unlimited 1.5% cashback on all purchases. So the bottom line here is what? The bottom line here is that you are able to acquire significant rewards if you know how to use this card optimally. Okay, and the thing is, by the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Capital One business credit cards. What is the best strategy to optimize your application, and if approved, your usage of the card? And one thing I want to say here is that this card, so the first card that I just shared with you, it was a travel rewards card. This card is for cashback. Okay, so you have 1.5 to 5% cashback. And one thing I want to make sure that you basically choose your Capital One business credit card appropriately, so you don't have you're not really matched with a credit card that doesn't really bring you any value at all. Okay, The third business credit card that I want to acquaint you with is the Capital One Spark Cash Select for excellent credit. So the previous card was for good credit. This is for excellent credit. Now, obviously, this card is just fantastic if you have excellent credit. The APR, as you can see, goes down a little bit. So Capital One will charge you from 17.99% to 23.99% variable, okay? And in terms of rewards rate, you have 1.5% to 5% cash back. And there is a bonus offer of $500 on this card. It's just fantastic. And what we love about this card is that it is a solid business rewards credit card with no annual fee. Okay, and new card holders who charge $4,500 on the card within 3 months of opening an account get a $500 bonus. And as a user, you can actually earn minimum 1.5% cash back on all purchases with no rewards limit. So we love this a lot. No rewards limit. Okay, just make sure you have a high FICO score. You got to have a high FICO score, and we're talking about 750 and above. Okay, here Capital One is just making sure that they actually cater to a specific niche, very specific niche. And so here are the pros and cons of this card that we love a lot. Pros: no membership fees. You have $500 initial rewards bonus, no foreign fee, and 1.5% cashback on all purchases. What about the cons? There's no intro APR on purchases. There's no intro APR on balance transfers. And this card requires excellent credit. Okay, the card overall is kind of cool because you are able to earn a $500 bonus when you spend $4,500 in the first 3 months of account opening. You can earn like unlimited 1.5% cash back for your business on every purchase. This is what we love a lot. The fact that you can actually earn on every purchase, no matter where. And there are no limits or category restrictions. Okay, you can earn unlimited 5% cash back on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. And remember, the thing is that rewards will not expire for the life of the account, and you can redeem your cashback rewards for any amounts. And on top of that, you also have free employee cards, which again, as I said before, which also earn unlimited 1.5% cashback on all purchases. So overall, you have a great play here. It's just fantastic. Credit. Okay, instead of having excellent credit, if you don't have stellar credit, you still might qualify for this card, and you will love this card, by the way. Okay, now the terms and conditions are a little different here. To start, the APR is really high. So instead of 17.99 as we saw in the last one, you have 29.99%. Okay, but the rewards rate, you still earn 1 to 5% cash back anywhere. Okay, but again, this card is for any business owner who wants to build or rebuild credit. Okay, and so the Capital One Spark Classic for Business is the best credit card for small business owners with limited credit history. So the best things about the Spark Classic business are that you have the 0%, you have the $0 annual fee, no annual fee, and you have the 1% cashback that cardholders actually like you or me or anybody else can earn on all purchases. So all purchases with no limits at all. Okay, it doesn't matter if you have a bad credit, poor credit. Capital One is willing to work with you and help you actually improve over time. Okay, so in our view, the solid earnings rewards earning rate is roughly average for a cashback credit card. Still, it is a decent credit card. Let's talk about the pros and cons here. Pros: you have no membership fees, no foreign fee. You can qualify with limited credit history, and this card does not require security deposit. What about the cons? Well, high regular APR, by the way, so it's something you can't, it is what it is. So the cool thing about this card is that you actually have, the card has no annual fee, and you are able to build and strengthen your credit, not only for your business, but also through other means. But the card overall is a great card. And what we love about the card is that it doesn't require a security deposit. You don't have to put any money at all, and the card will take care of you. Not a problem. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you today's topic. We're having a conversation about Capital One business credit card strategy. How do you actually play the game very well so that you can actually qualify for the best business credit card from Capital One for you? Okay. I want to talk to you about another credit card, another business credit card from Capital One, and that's the Capital One Spark Miles Select for Business. So here you are basically, you have a card that's actually great in terms of terms and conditions. You have 0% APR, free 0% APR for 9 months, okay? And a regular APR that goes from 18.74 to 28.74 variable. Now, when you think about this card, I want you to think about travel rewards with no annual fee. Travel rewards with no annual fee, okay? So the card is called the Capital One Spark Miles Select for Business. So the card is fantastic because it gives as a cardholder, you are receiving 1.5 mile for every dollar in rewards on purchases. Plus, if you spend $3,000 within 3 months of opening an account, Spark Miles Select will reward you with a bonus of 20,000 miles. So it is really worth it, okay? So let me quickly walk you through the pros and cons of this business credit card from Capital One. So there are no membership fees. You have a 0% intro APR on purchases. This is kind of cool. You have 20,000 miles initial rewards bonus, and there is no foreign fee. Okay, so this is really cool. On top of that, you have, let's talk about the cons here. You have no intro APR on balance transfers, high regular APR, and the card sometimes require good to excellent credit. Okay, so overall, when you think about this Capital One Business Credit Card, I want you to think about travel rewards, travel rewards, travel rewards. This is the pure essential play you are actually having with this business credit card from Capital One, because you are earning unlimited 1.5x miles per dollar on every purchase everywhere, no limits or category restrictions, and miles will not expire for the life of the account. You can earn a one-time bonus of 20,000 miles. I just said it. And this is this is roughly equal to $200 in travel once you spend $3,000 at least, okay, on purchases within the first 3 months from account opening. You can earn 5x miles on hotels and rental cars bookings through Capital One Travel using a Spark Miles Select card. And you can use your miles on flights, hotels, vacation packages, and more and more. You can even transfer miles to any of more than 15 travel partners that Capital One has, okay? And you also you can redeem your miles instantly for any travel related purchases, from flights and hotels to ride sharing services. And free employee cards can also earn you unlimited 1.5x miles from your purchases. So you have a lot of goodies happening here, okay? One thing I also need to say here is that you can also actually save on interest with this card by having a 0% intro APR on purchases for 9 months. Fantastic. So quickly about the benefits you can expect if you have a Capital One business credit cards. It's really important because once you have that, you know that a business credit card from Capital One is indeed a very great, like a wonderful plastic to have in your wallet, okay? In our view, there are a lot of benefits that you can actually have from Capital One, but the first one is the bonus travel rewards. So all Capital One business credit cards offer either 5% cash back or 5x miles on hotels and rental cars that you purchase through Capital One Travel. So you have to actually avail yourself of those 5% or 5x miles. You have to do everything through Capital One. That's how Capital One makes money anyway, because if you book through their portal, they were getting some commissions from the third parties. So this is why they're trying to they're very generous with you. Okay, so this is something to think about. So you're going to think about that. You are able to have an opportunity to earn actually like extra rewards on business trips, even if you only travel once or twice a year. So the opportunity is there. You also have streamlined bill payments. So business owners can pay vendors directly from their Capital One business account and have the option to defer the payments until the next billing cycle and extend their float for up to 45 days. Okay, Capital One charges you as a 2.9% fee for every payment made from a credit or debit card. But if you can make ACH transaction from a linked checking account, you can do this for free. Okay, and other benefits are the cashback. So you are able to get cashback on from those credit cards, and you can actually use the cash for other stuff. You also have a QuickBooks integration. So your Capital One business account is actually designed to integrate seamlessly with QuickBooks, as well as other business management software programs such as Concur, Expensify, Xero, and Abacus. So one thing I need to remind you here is that when we talk about the benefits, you have to make sure that you actually is if you are looking for specific benefits that you don't find in the Capital One offer, make sure that you ask them, because for them it's just a lot easier to add functionalities than it is to actually cancel them out. Because once they add functionalities and cardholders have embraced those functionalities, it's very tough to cancel out. So they will help you out. Okay, just ask them. To actually close today's conversation, let's quickly talk about how to choose the right Capital One business credit card for you. How do you actually do things properly so that you get the right business credit card? Obviously, I'll share with you a lot of business credit cards from Capital One, but the question is, how do you get the right one? Okay, so you want to first know your credit score. This is so important. I mean, I don't care how you do things, but you got to know your credit score. If you don't know your credit score, then you will never know like what will really happen here. So you got to know your credit score so you have a clear idea of where you find yourself at on the credit score spectrum, on the FICO spectrum. Okay. Then you also need to decide if you are willing to pay an annual fee, because some of Capital One business credit cards, they do charge you an annual fee and others don't. So you have to really ask yourself, what are you paying for? If you pay an annual fee, how much is it and what are you paying for? And you have to choose between miles and cash back. So Capital One, as you can see, they actually have different types of cashback. Cashback credit card, but they also have miles credit card. So you got to ask yourself what's really important for you. Okay, and in some cases, this might be the same for this might be like you might actually love cash and miles. But you're gonna have to decide. I mean, if you love both, then you run the risk of applying for two credit cards and be approved or denied. It really depends on a lot of things. Okay, and you also want to evaluate the importance of additional features. So do you want a 0% intro APR to pay off large purchases over time? Do you or your employees frequently travel for work? You need to consider the unique needs of your business to determine which perks to pursue. Okay, and I want to give you other important information here. Now, when we talk about Capital One business credit cards, there are some benefits that all Capital One business credit cards share. You have free employee cards. Okay, you have business-related purchases. You have year-end summaries. You have the ability to set up automatic payments. You can also set customized spending limits on employee cards. Okay, so you have the possibilities are there. And what credit score do you need to apply for a Capital One business credit card? It really depends, but overall, based on our research, 600 is a good place to start. 600, and then if you want to have a higher business credit card, you might actually have at least 725, 750. Okay, so those are important elements to pay attention to right off the bat. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about Capital One business credit card, the best strategy you should have to actually ace the system, to ace the test, if you will. Okay, and so I explained to you that you need to choose your Capital One business credit card. I explained to you the benefits of Capital One business credit cards, how to choose the right one, and the business credit card info in terms of benefits that you get. Okay, those benefits are important. Which credit score you need to apply for business credit card? Those are really, really important things. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.